Okay, let me tell you something really serious on the Karate Kid. You do not understand that I've been dancing arena as Jace for 3 years. This is an absolute infirmary. Because what this has to do is a single family's really advice about sex and why. There are two different worlds between quarantine that actually think that sex is the shit and luxury versus, sex being petty. Because the truth of the matter is, we're all adjacent, literally, as I explained on my channel for 1,000 times. What adjacent is everything in one line. And what I know what adjacent can do, why you can say the same thing, is that you're staying in one box. Literally, what gang members in sports give you more proportions for the 1,000th time. So what if I told you, literally, like in the arrow, how they tell you to step your game up, how they tell you to go outside your dimension, literally, not only slow down your delivery, but literally adjust your vocal inflection and punchline? What if I told you that comes from blood, and that's the abnormal thing, literally, that they play, and that comes from a meeting? What gives you more tolerance to do more things? What gives you more proportion? What gives you more ideas? Blood. I'm sorry to flat out say it, literally, but the abnormal speech is that, literally, the majority of the single mothers give /HS comes from blood. You know why? Because blood is a gang that does a lot. You can tell the significant difference on my channel ever since I started making samurais that blood has a big difference on my channel. I obviously get this thing out of nowhere, and guess what, Lily? You're figuring out that, Lily, there was a separate form where Sabo's battle just happened. That said, I won. The arrow, dope, and the crime. Guess why I give her Loki? I don't get a simple, Lily, oh, after Loki you should have been mid-tier. No, I actually understand now that it's a bigger principle. You can't just be mid-tier out of nowhere. Lily, life is a fairy tale. You can't just, do something unjustly to a just situation, expect something extraordinary. Fuck out of here. You know why? It's been 10 years since we've been trying to make the movie, Lily. It's been 10 years since the battle in the movie was fresh, but it dragged on. And we're supposed to call this substance, Lily, for domestic violence. So get the fuck out of here. That's why the Admiral thing comes from a scumbag. Anyway, the difference between the two worlds, like, why I slapped Jennifer's ass? That's absolutely no science that, two things are clicking. I'm wearing an outfit, you have a fat ass, Lily. You're Latina and I'm black, Lily, so I'm smacking that ass and I'm doing all this shit. Lily, in high school, your mother calls it boring. And it's really important to recognize that it's an intellectual thing, and that when you're doing domestic violence, you cut intellectual in half. Omar, Lily, since he's not intellectual, they cut it in half. Because of the fact that, we're not gonna let you have sex after you just get done dancing. We're gonna, make a tons of labor. We're gonna make you understand twice as much of a subject, which is blood. We're gonna compare it to Crips, Lily, eating good food. The whole tutorial I showed you on my channel, run on basketball. They gotta make you do all that. They gotta make the sex seems petty, but guess what sex is? Everything at once. It's like a JC. It's the best feeling in the world. And what happens when people tell you to be mature, they don't know what you're going through. Like, how I explained to my mom, Lily, how I was skateboarding with the white boys, and how it was advanced oatmeal, and how it wasn't petty, and how I was comparing my social life to something petty. It's the reason why lesbian cops mental health get mad, because I only had an advanced, experience socializing. I didn't have anything break down in the tongues, but also, what my mother used to call that was my ability not to get to know people in order for them to truly reveal themselves. Lily, which isn't just stranger danger. I've dealt with stranger danger and coordination in my mental health. Guess what happens, Lily, when my curly hair, fails, Lily, out of nowhere, Lily, they start calling me gay. Guess why I started to realize? It was because of sports. Sports is what made them move around a lot, Lily, made them recognize situation, made them overanalyze situation to a point where even somebody dumb like Ben, because he used to move around in a crib, Lily, makes them understand a situation from a landslide stand of Eric's perspective. That was a significant difference. So I got the alpha mega. You want to claim, cheat this, teach you that. Oh, motherfucker, up. Well, I started with sports. Sports, literally. ESPN Sports. That makes a difference for any other victim of domestic violence. I started with sports. I knew that I didn't have a lot of proportion. I was at the level of the NBA. Literally, what you did was you called me out on football on my tricks, and guess what? I make a monster shot for you compared to a Papa Williams that just curls a shot. This is generic, which is I know is a fucking robot. I know what a robot can do to me in the situation. Pass up that. They get mad every time they do something get bad, so that's why, Lily, I know, Lily, things are bad. You know what happened this morning? I started to bang, Lily. But, Lily, it's so corny. You see how I explained a gangster video game? I only started to bang when I was a victim of domestic violence, and that shit was stupid. That means I'm still a nerd. I'm still passing up, Lily, the bullets, cereal formula. This is stupid. This is completely stupid because they talk about this shit every single day because they couldn't make life look grand, this, and that. But I showed them, Lily. That's why it's two different worlds. When we have their reading and they're clicking, which is why I thought, I beat, UT, for example, because what was overshadowing is, you go into the hood. Why don't you do as your imaginary friend, like how you did, to become a crackhead, this, and that. And guess what happened? Lily, I did anything but use that, Lily, and played off to me before. The artist that went to Chicago, Lily, that used to listen to beautiful music like Yellow Car Shrink the World and Arena. I actually am humble. I know who I am on the outside. I understand I'm a beautiful person, and I don't want to be validated by scum like you. It's crazy. My therapist still tries every single day. But anyway, this is Mood Tricks, and have a happy, Saturday. I catch the Donald Froze in the morning. This is me, so shut up.